wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast. No, don't get her pissed. It's Jason. Talks like a spaz. And they love to talk about Bigfoot and stacks. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ show.
Happy Friday. It is the KVJ show. Welcome to your weekend. It is good to see everybody today.
Happy Friday.
Yeah, that's it.
Woo-hoo.
Yeah, here we go. Got some fun stuff coming up. Usual Friday, No Name Movie Game going to be on the way. The KVJ Workday Grocery Giveaway, $200 in free groceries at 9 a.m. So nice little start to the weekend. Everything else going well for everybody here today?
Yeah, both of you, I feel like I just left you.
Yeah.
Because you were both in my dream last night.
Okay.
Were you massaging me again?
No.
Okay, that was my dream.
We were in this condo, but we were trying to figure out like what we were going to do with it. And there was like really bad weather going on outside and the condo wasn't furnished and that was stressing us out. And so we were trying to figure out how this condo, this big empty condo was going to work. And I was trying to solve the problems. And then I woke up and I'm like, what are we going to do about the furniture? And you ever wake up and you still are trying to figure out how to solve the problem from your dream?
Yes, it's usually fleeting. It like 15 seconds will go by,
Yeah.
and you're still kind of in it, and then you kind of come to. But yes, I've had that.
I was walking to the bathroom going, oh, man, what am I going to do about the furniture? Like,
Yeah.
then I finally figured out, oh, wait, that was a dream. Crazy.
That's there's a lot of weird stuff going on.
It was so vivid, and it was you two, and we were in a car at one point. There was bad weather. It was just super vivid.
So you show up in my dreams a lot, Virginia. Kev, not so much. Denny, Soups, not so much. But you seem to be, which is alarming.
I like that I'm in that head.
Let's get a psychiatrist and sit
He
down.
thinks about you a lot, Virginia.
Well, join the club. Many men have sat where you're sitting.
I mean, I think it's qualified as a night terror at that point.
I don't know. If I'm giving you a massage, that kind of sounds awesome.
That was a good one, actually.
As long as it's that bad. Well, if you're waking up from a weird dream, it might just be the KVJ show. We are on right now. You can see us on KVJ TV, listen on the radio, and download that free 97.9 WRMF app and check us out there.
It's the KVJ dirt of the day. It's the KVJ dirt of the day. Virginia, take it away, cause you know we need that dirt of the day.
Well, coming up in just a second, oh my gosh, is Screech alive or not? There were social media reports yesterday about the untimely death of Dustin Diamond from Saved by the Bell. Coming up in a second, we'll get into it. I know you guys can't wait to find out what's going on with Screech. I will let you know. Before that, though, Colin Jost went on Ellen DeGeneres' show, and there's been some rumors that he's leaving Saturday Night Live. He addressed those rumors.
Okay.
Here's a little bit of Colin.
I don't have a real timeline. I just mean like I started to potentially psychologically brace for the concept of leaving, which I hadn't really done. And I don't really know. I certainly quarantine makes you appreciate having any job and very much appreciating having friends that you get to work with and enjoy seeing. So I'm certainly no rush to leave, but at some point there's other things I want to do, and that's kind of what I'm trying to figure out a way to do.
Okay.
Rocco will be so excited to hear this. They're doing a Paw Patrol movie.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, if you've got little ones that love Paw Patrol, listen to this star-studded cast that is voicing the animated movie. Kim Kardashian, Jimmy Kimmel, Tyler Perry, Dax Shepard, they've all joined on to the movie cast.
Remember when there was that rumor on the internet going around that they were trying to stop Paw Patrol because all the defund the police? No, they're taking down Paw Patrol. It was just a rumor.
And finally here, and speaking of rumors, is this just a rumor? What the heck's going on with Screech from Saved by the Bell? There was reports yesterday on social media, which is so credible. You know, Twitter is super credible.
Sure.
That he had died in prison. And I guess it is not true. It's one of those satire stories that they put out there.
There's certain celebrities, when you hear their name and that they died, you kind of go, wait a minute, is this a hoax? Screech would be one of them.
Yes.
You
So
hear their name.
Unbelievable, yeah.
if you're on social today and you're like, oh my gosh, they got Screech. No, they did not get Screech. He did not die in a prison riot.
If you hear, oh, David Hasselhoff, you're like, all right, let me just double check to make sure he's really dead here.
David Hasselhoff got trampled by a giraffe. What?
Yeah, it's
you're
always some weird...
something crazy.
Yeah.
And that's what's going on in your dirt of the day.
It's time for viral audio.
So hide your kids, hide your wife.
Double rainbow all the way across the sky.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Well, last night was your dueling town halls. You had Donald Trump in Miami doing one. You had Joe Biden in Philadelphia doing another at the exact same time on opposing networks. It was apparently very interesting. I did not watch either, but I was checking out the Twitter to see the comments as it was going on.
I was trying to go back and forth to watch both of them. I could find Biden. I couldn't find Trump for some reason. They went at the same exact time?
The exact same time,
Huh.
yeah. NBC's where Trump was.
I put on NBC and there was a TV show on.
Really?
Yeah. I texted friends too, and they said...
I put on Big Brother because I don't care about either stupid political party, and Trump did end before Biden.
Okay, maybe I turned on.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Because
then.
I noticed that Biden was still on, and there was a regular show on NBC.
I might have got late to the party.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, they had Savannah Guthrie was on there moderating, and that's kind of what I was seeing. And people are like going, man, it's a little contentious over there.
Yeah, I kept on seeing it all on social media. That's why I was trying to find it.
Yes. Yeah, and I had seen some stuff. I think her husband's a big Democrat, and so to have her the one hosting the town hall, apparently she was giving it to Trump a little bit last night. The Trump did talk about his popularity compared to that of Jesus Christ.
Somebody said to me the other day, you're the most famous person in the world by far. I said, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. They said, yes, you are. I said, no. They said, who's more famous? I said, Jesus Christ.
Oh, there you go. Bible days.
I'm not taking any chances. I'm not going to have an argument. Hey, I'm not having any arguments. Jesus Christ. I'm not going to take any chances, huh? And let me look up and I'll say, and it's not even close.
Okay. Well,
I
there
think
you go.
that was his, he had one of those rallies. I think
Yeah.
that's what that was from.
Get people all fired up.
Oh,
Okay.
into a lather.
Yeah. Gets him.
I watched Big Brother.
I watched Big Brother too, but I was on delay. It was all wonky.
Big Brother was fascinating.
Well, Florida is getting hit hard by all the campaigning going on. Trump is going to be in Fort Myers and Ocala today. He stayed last night at his golf course there in Doral, so he's hanging there for the overnight. Vice President Pence, who was campaigning in Miami-Dade yesterday, so they're all over South Florida. I'm sure Biden will be back before the election. Miley Cyrus and Lady Gaga actually here is trying to get you to go out and vote, and she has written a song that apparently is encouraging people to do so. Okay, there you go, Lady Gaga. Thank you very much.
Oh man, I can't wait when all this crap's
I know,
over
right?
with.
When the craziness dies down.
Did she not practice that?
It sounded like it was kind of off the top of the dome.
Yeah.
I hope she didn't practice that.
Agreed.
If it was us, it's great. If it's her, you expect better.
Right?
Yeah. So there you go. Thank you, Lady Gaga.
The KVJ Show mornings and the best variety from the 2000s, 10s, and today for your workday. 97.9 WRMF.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What are you thinking about today, Bird?
Well, I told y'all we're going out to the Devil Tree tomorrow. I want to kind of give the schedule because I know we got some people up in the Pizzle area that might be meeting us out there. What we're going to be doing, we'll be doing the Weird Whatever podcast starting at 11 a.m. from my place. That's going to probably go about an hour plus. We'll get on the road probably 12:30 because I got to walk Chewy. And then I would say we're probably going to be at the Devil Tree around 12:30, 1 o'clock p.m. tomorrow.
Possessed by 3?
We're hoping, Kevin. We can only hope. I've got some people that are telling me they know exactly where the tree is at.
Okay.
So I'm going to try to Facebook Live everything. Watch on our social media. You can watch on our KVJ. You can watch on my Jason Bigfoot, my Twitter one, or my Instagram, Jason KVJ. We're going to be putting all of that stuff on there. I don't want to clunk up too much with my ghost stuff on the KVJ. Feed.
If you see the ghosts getting frisky and you can tell the spirits are about to possess somebody, can you jump out the way and please let them jump in somebody else?
Yeah, I don't think it's going to go down that way because we're doing it in the daytime and it's really not.
You did this before and got somebody possessed.
But, well, I did this before at the...
That is a fact.
Yeah, but not at the DevilTree. I didn't do it at the DevilTree.
Oh, so possessions only happen at the Lake Worth Playhouse?
Well, we were doing a seance there. That's why that probably happened. And I personally didn't get anybody possessed, I don't think. Maybe I did. I don't know.
You were hosting the event.
Yeah, so we're going to be there tomorrow at 1 p.m. or 1:30 p.m. or something around that time.
Yeah, I know some people have been hitting up. They'd like to join you out there.
There are people that live in that neighborhood that have sent us messages and say, yeah, I know exactly where it is. I want to go meet him.
It's not a very...
Is he single? I want to date him. I've heard that.
Not a very creepy area in the daytime. It's in a residential area.
Okay.
So...
All right.
The murderer's name, just in case y'all want to look it up, Gerard John Schaefer. Murderer back in the 70s, and he claimed to have murdered a ton of people. Then he retracted his statement like they always do.
Yeah.
But you can see some interviews on YouTube if you Google his name. Very creepy.
All right.
He was a former police officer.
Wow, spooky stuff. Okay. What's on your mind today, Virginia?
Well, I thought it was so funny. I wanted to share this little story with you. So last night, I'm watching Big Brother, and I'm so into it. And Mags comes into my room, and so I pause the TV, and she's like, Mom, when you pick me up from school tomorrow, talking about today, I'm going to have some friends that are going to come over, and they're just going to hang out, and then we're going to go ride the jet ski. And I'm like, all right, that sounds fun. They're going to play around on the boat, and there's 2 girls and then 2 boys. And so I was like, all right.
That's a double date in my world.
I don't know. One of the boys, I don't know. I don't know what the romantic situation could possibly be, but I don't know too much about this new group yet, so I have to dig around some more. But she says to me, so the 2 boys, they can't stay out late and then go home. So I was wondering if you would let them pitch a tent in the yard and they can just sleep over in the yard. And I was like, absolutely not. No one is pitching a tent.
Yeah, let's take that phrase out first of all. Pitch a tent
in our yard and sleeping in the backyard. I'm like, no, girls can sleep over, boys cannot. But they're in the yard, Mom. If they're in a tent, and we'll lock the doors. Like, what could go wrong? Yeah. Like, no, you cannot have boys sleep over in the yard in a tent. But I just thought it was funny what she's trying.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you got to try, I guess, right?
The maneuvering.
What was the age where you were allowed to, I wouldn't say stay the night with, your mate, but you were allowed to stay over pretty late, or they were allowed to stay over late without any kind of supervision? Were you even allowed to have that growing up?
It changed for me. So when I was living with my mom, I could manipulate the situation and do whatever I wanted. But then I kind of went off the rails, and then my mom made me move in with my dad. Oh. And then the fun came to a grinding halt.
How old were you when that happened?
16.
Oh, so you must have been so rebellious.
I was having fun. I was having a great time. And then, I took it a little too far.
Boy, can you imagine what Virginia was like at 16?
No, I can't. Horrified.
My goodness.
It was a little wild.
Yeah. She's still a little tough to curtail.
Because you're seasoned now. But back then you were so untamed as just this, I'm sure, Tasmanian devil.
Yeah, it's a good analogy.
Okay, what I got on my mind today, apparently a lot of people are talking about this, and I think my wife gets the ideas from looking at TikTok, people who are converting their vans.
There is a lot of people on TikTok. They'll take a whole school bus.
Yeah.
Like a ratty school bus.
Right.
And they will transform it into a beautiful home.
Yeah.
It's really stunning.
This whole thing is really starting to catch on, and I guess they call it van life. And it is when you live full or part-time or you just travel around in these modified vehicles. A lot of times there's Sprinter vans or different kinds of vans that people are getting, and they're putting in the basic amenities, beds. Some have toilets, some have cook stoves. They're equipping them with Wi-Fi. And, you know, with the pandemic going on the way that it is, more people are connecting with nature and going to some of these parks. And some people are saying, hey, especially you combine that with working from home. If my home's a van, why do I need to be in a certain city to do the work that I'm doing? We're going to drive to Yosemite and I'll work from there. And then we'll go to Yellowstone and work from there.
I love it.
Yeah, I know. And the Queen was talking to me. I don't know when it happened, but I was like, yeah, I mean, the way broadcast equipment is going. She's like, some summer, she's like, why don't we get one of those vans and then let's just tour around the country. And of course, you can still work and do the show. I was like, I don't know, maybe, yeah. If I get high-powered Wi-Fi, I don't see why not.
You would just have to plan it on the front end, but I think it's totally doable.
Absolutely. I was like, yeah, that might be kind of interesting to go around and do that. You know, it's summertime anyway. People are doing their own thing. So you never know. So we might do that. But they have started to ask people saying, okay, well, if this pandemic continues on, and it seems like every day we got another reason why it's not going to end for the foreseeable future.
Right.
And they were saying that 52% of Americans now will consider living out of a van. 52% of the people they did in this poll after everything that's happened during the pandemic said, okay, maybe I could see myself doing that. Now, living out of it full time, I don't know. I could see doing a week, maybe a couple weeks.
That's a young person's game. Living out of a van after you've had like a real home with 4 walls that you own. That's tough.
I could do it.
Yeah, I could see you doing it.
As long as Chewy was okay and I could have my guitar, I could easily do this.
He'd be with you. You'd have Chewy with you, and you'd have your guitar, and you just pull over someplace. And
I could do it. I don't really need much. In fact, I'm thinking about just buying a room.
Yeah, okay.
Or half a room.
A room.
I'm just kidding.
I can see Denny's doing it. I think Denny's would be equipped for that. And I think a lot of people are, just because what's going on with the pandemic, people being laid off, and people are saying, okay, you're having to now consider anything because you don't have money for anything if you've been laid off for a while, and you're like, okay, is the government help going to keep coming? But how long can they keep bailing people out? So people are saying, okay, what if I did this? I don't know how crowded a lot of our national parks and places would get, and where are people going to go? Maybe this would be the latest thing. They just start building these massive parking lots where people can go and take their converted van and live. I don't know.
Oh, the KOA campground people got to be so happy.
I'd imagine it's booming right now. Yeah. And, you know, there are people that are accumulating debt, that are blowing off all their savings, and they're running up credit cards. And that's why I guess some people are considering, quote unquote, van life. 72% said that they'd even try the van life thing if it meant that they could pay off all their debt. So as people are starting to do that, they're saying, okay, how much would it take for me to trick out one of these little Sprinter vans and do this?
I love a van.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. If anybody's tried it or done it or plans on doing it, I don't know that I see myself as soon as this summer, but maybe one of these summers we might wind up doing it.
It'd be fun to travel in.
Yeah.
I could not live in it.
Mm-hmm.
You could. No.
I'm way too prissy.
Yeah, there's no way it could work.
Not going to happen.
I'm too prissy to actually live in it for too long. I would probably travel in it to a hotel.
Yes. That's right.
I would defeat the purpose.
Yes.
I would defeat the purpose entirely of saving the money and getting the van and all that, because I would want to drive it to a beach resort.
Hey, you sold me. I was going to buy a house, but screw it. I'm getting a van.
You might get to just pull in the parking lot
Pay
here.
a lot cheaper.
Yeah.
Well, if he gets a van, Kevin, you and the Queen can just borrow it for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, we'll swap vehicles for the summer. You take ours, we'll take the van.
Love it.
But I think it's working itself out right here.
Look at that.
I think I'm buying a van, not a house.
Okay, well, there you go.
Quick, call your real estate people.
A lot of people considering it, so there you go. One text that came in, but I know that you'd already heard this. Somebody who said that their uncle was over the Parks Department for the city of Port St. Lucie, said they cut down the devil tree.
Yeah, but
I know that's the story. I think they told people to throw them off the scent.
I've been told that they have not cut down the devil tree, that's just a rumor out there to get people not to go out there and look at it, especially at nighttime.
Yeah.
They sometimes get those Satanists out there that do some experiments.
Oh yeah.
For some reason, the people that lived in the area, they didn't like that.
They don't want devil worshippers converging and doing decapitations of animals?
At midnight, they
Why
weren't really
not?
down with that.
Sounds like a fun time.
Okay, that does make some sense. 'Cause,
Yeah.
Yeah, they do congregate.
I've been told by many people it's still standing. It's
Okay.
at Old Hammock Park, I believe that's the name
Oak
of it.
Hammock.
Oak Hammock Park, yes. Don't go to Old Hammock Park. We may not be there.
It's just a park with a bunch of these old hammocks.
I actually would like that.
Yeah.
Old hammock
You don't want
park.
to lay in them because they'll snap on you.
Something comforting about an old hammock.
It is until it breaks. If you've ever gotten thrown out of a hammock, oh my, it's startling because hammocks are so peaceful, but when they
Yes.
snap, oh my gosh, I one time dropped in a hammock and I'm still shook to this day. I'm still not recovered.
Have you ever done the 360 in the hammock where it spins you
We did
completely?
as kids, yeah. Yeah, but there's just
Wow.
something about a hammock will lure you into a great peaceful state. And then when it snaps, the violence of it, Virginia. It shakes you. It's ungodly.
You'll see it coming.
No,
Yeah.
I guess not.
And then somebody said, I love how they call it van life. That's just a fancy term for homeless.
Yeah, it really is.
It really is. Now it's van life. This is a rather interesting email we got here from Christy. And she said, who needs next door when you have letters delivered right to your door?
Ooh, that's juicy. A pissed off neighbor left you a mailbox note?
Yes.
Oh, I love it.
It said in the email here, we received a frantic knock on our door the other day, and it was our neighbor from 3 doors down who, it's a great
Oh,
band,
3 doors down. I love them.
who hurriedly thrust a letter to my husband and said sorry, and then took off and ran back to her house. And a little bit of a backstory. And 2020 has given her a rough go of it. If she is outside, she is often seen in full Niagara Falls rain gear along with a box on her head. Sometimes it's a reflective box. This is a fascinating neighbor here.
Okay, if your neighbor is out in the yard with a box on their head, 2020 got them.
So I was just kind of curious as to what that was all about, but she handed me a letter that kind of explained. The letter that she had handed to my husband reads, Dear neighbors, it seems abnormally and unusually for a neighbor to request something extraordinary from a neighbor. However, for humanity and for public safety, I'm asking you to help us, my wife and my daughters. Maybe you do not know, but the color light that is in your yard emits some type of radiation that my wife and my daughters experience pain in their heads and their hearts, even though we stay inside our home. My wife found out that every time she gets close to your outside light, she feels more pain in her body. If you can, please switch to a regular bulb and turn it off during the daytime. My family would deeply appreciate your kindness. We do not want to create any attention to this matter to try to interrupt your business. I hope you understand my request. I don't want to bring this matter to law enforcement or any other unnecessary means. My family and I just want a peaceful life as much as yourself. That's pretty crazy, huh?
I would just switch the bulb and be like, you know what? I wish you the best. Switch the bulb and ask them maybe in a week or so with a note how it's going. I mean, I just feel bad for them. The lady's got a box on her head.
Look, whether you do it or not, I do like their approach. They weren't jerky about it.
Yeah.
All
Right.
they're asking is if you could do it. They said please. They were saying please be kind.
They're insane, but they're not jerks. So just switch out the bulbs.
But it does it asks the point. When do you have to do or when do you do things when a neighbor asks you to do it? Because if you
Yeah.
love your light and you don't think it's doing that.
They said, now, mind you, the only light I have is the front door light with a regular white bulb and a few solar lights in the garden. We were left quite perplexed. We want to be nice and considerate neighbors, but I honestly don't know what to do. And really, law enforcement? These aren't any kind of crazy lights, and I don't know what else I would get to replace it.
Maybe if it's a white light, go with a soft, warm light. There's many different outdoor lights. Trust me, I know a lot about outdoor lighting. You can go with a bright LED that illuminates like daylight, like a white light, or you can go with a softer light that has more of an amber glow to it.
Who's paying for the new bulbs?
They're not expensive. Trust me, they're not.
She said, what's just odd is what kind of energy could come from my home 3 doors away from hers that gives off such a powerful effect that it gets to them in their own home.
It's not the light. Look, your neighbors are crazy, but if you switch the light, you will help their mental state. And look, peace on earth, $10 for a new bulb is not that big of a deal to help your neighbor not go crazy.
Well, I'm just wondering, do the crazy neighbors even have a point? I'm just saying, are there certain light bulbs out there or lights that do, with some humans, make them feel weird? I have no idea.
If you've seen the show Better Call Saul, it was one of the plot lines in it. Saul, the main character, his brother is this genius attorney, but he has this thing where he believes that electricity affects his body. And they prove in the show that it's really just in his head.
I don't think it's completely in his
he
head.
lives in a house where there's the power's turned off, he has lanterns, all this kind of stuff, and he believes even just going outside, he covers himself in a space blanket. And I think there are maybe some people that are out there. In fact, I do know that it's either in your head or there is a real condition, because there's a town in West Virginia that these people will move to because they have no cell service, no electricity, there's nothing there.
It's a bubble.
And people that are affected by this, there's none of that kind of stuff that is going on, like any kind, because you think about it, your phones emit some kind of radiation, the electricity. In fact, I know my aunt and uncle had a farm in West Virginia, and they had these massive power lines, larger than anything I've ever seen. And you would stand under these things and you'd hear them going, humming and making noises like tumors are growing out of your face.
That freaks me out.
Yes. And so you think about that, and over time, and if you had a condition, I could see it being legit. But
totally.
There may be people that have seen that, and in their own head, they now think that they are affected.
Yeah, I'm just asking, in the history of light bulbs and all that stuff, has there ever been humans that's had a weird reaction to the light?
I mean, for these crazy neighbors, perception is reality, right? So they've created this false, it may be false, reality where they believe the light is affecting them. And so if you can just change the light to help them out, I think you should do it.
I mean, is it one of those things where only, we will play audio sometimes where only certain people are able to hear the audio, or some people react to audio different? You could play a clip of something and Kevin could screech and I don't.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering, is that even possible?
There's a lot of questions here. And then as you work this scenario through your head, you're like, okay, they're approaching it nice. I don't like the fact that they're talking about if we don't react, then they don't want to get law enforcement involved.
I think that it sounded like they were saying that almost kind of to be cool. I didn't think it was kind of, if you don't do this, we're going to get law enforcement. I thought they said that to maybe sound cool.
It said in the exact line on the letter, I do not want to bring this matter to law enforcement or any other necessary means.
You shouldn't, because the police actually have real stuff to do. Please don't call the police about a light bulb.
But the question is, and somebody texted in and said, you know what, just tell them you swapped them out and they won't know the difference. You could do that and maybe be like, still, it's a problem. Or you could legitimately change all of your lights to try to be a good neighbor, and they could be like, no, sorry, whatever, these aren't working either. And then,
well, if that's
then they get annoying.
You switch them once.
Okay.
And then you say, beyond that, I can't afford to keep switching light bulbs. There's definitely a different scope of color, because I've done this. You can change your whole entire color outdoor lighting. So whatever you have now, go to the other end of the spectrum.
There are somebody just texted in and said, yeah, I will attest that fluorescent lights gives me a headache, and we have these lights on in here, and they're a little much.
These are like a bright white light. I believe in a soft, warm light. That is not what we have going on in here. I hate these lights. They make you look gray on camera, and if you go with a softer, warm light, it is soothing.
The lights we have here in the studio, I swear to you, it adds about 5 to 7 years on your face. Not you personally, all of us.
Why are you looking at me?
Well, I just feel like these are the worst lights to have cameras on you.
Yeah, these lights suck.
They make you feel like you're living your worst life.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't sound like they have any kind of extraordinary, crazy, out of the ordinary lights just the regular white bulb, they said, and the solar lights in the garden, which I've seen those, and those are typically, I have those as well, and those are an easier light.
It's always a weird place to be in when someone's being super polite, but they're also super annoying. You're thinking, all right, they're being nice, but gosh, they're a real pain in the egg.
But you got to also keep in mind, they may have some kind of mental illness.
Yeah.
And so if we have compassion, which we should, for the mentally ill neighbors on our block, we should do everything we can to help them not lose their mind.
Yes.
Any more than they already have. If this bitch is walking around with a box on her head, okay, something's not right.
Yeah.
I wish I had neighbors like that.
Yeah. Gotta tell you, people are fascinated by these neighbors. The woman that's wearing the box on her head.
It is fascinating.
Yeah. And
but just think about this too. 2020 is making people that were already a little crazy snap.
Yeah.
Jan in the chat room says this, and I don't know how accurate it is, but she says, lighting does affect brain, especially fluorescence, central nervous system full of mercury. So I think she's full of mercury.
And I think like Mercury is in retrograde or something right now.
But you're starting to sound crazy too. So you're starting to sound like, where's your box on your head?
Where's my box? Will you get my box?
yeah, and I don't deny that, but we're talking about a regular white bulb and a few solar lights in the garden, and you are 3 doors down from what's going on. So yeah, she wears full rain gear along with a box on her head. It is interesting.
Just to let you know, Mercury is in retrograde till November 3rd.
What is that supposed to mean?
It just means, and Panda was explaining this to me because he believes in it too, that things get wonky, like electricity stuff gets wonky, like life gets wonky.
When did that start? What's the starting date on that?
I guess it happens several times a year.
Okay.
And this year, it's ending on Election Day.
That's convenient. Come on.
Wow.
I'm reading it right here.
Everything leads to Election Day, doesn't it?
October 14th through November 3rd.
So Mercury in retro is actually politically motivated?
Yes.
Wow. Yeah, the timetable's a question a lot of people have. Somebody said, how long have the neighbors lived there? How long has the person had those lights in their front yard? Why is it a problem now? We need more info. I get it. I would love more info. Hopefully this is an ongoing saga and this isn't the last email. I'll hold on to this.
Yeah,
And,
tell her to call us and give us updates. I love that.
I'd like to find out what's going on here.
Do you ever wonder if you're the weird neighbor in your neighborhood?
Oh, I know I am.
I know I am.
I go to like the park with Rocco and like all the moms and dads are like standing in the corner talking and like I don't go over there. And so I know they're thinking, oh, she's weird.
Well, just the fact that Denny's was kicking a football off my face and people didn't know why we were doing it.
Everybody probably, if you dig down deep, you could come up with one reason at least why you're the weird neighbor. I know in my house, my wife keeps the door open all the time. And she's covered the screen door in saran wrap to try to keep the air conditioner in so she can keep an eye on the neighborhood. So that right there alone, that makes you the weird neighbor.
When I had that owl problem and I'm out in my little area screaming at trees,
yeah.
Scram, owl! I was looking at I'm in my pajamas. There's no owl there.
Yeah. So you guys could text us and let us know, why are you the weird neighbor? Everybody probably has at least one reason, if they really dig down and they're honest with themselves, why you could be considered the weird neighbor.
What happens when you have at least 10 reasons?
You're definitely the weird neighbor. There's no doubt about it.
My kid likes to pee in the yard. So he'll run around naked and pee in the yard. I know my neighbors think I'm a maniac.
Yeah. My kid, he still sometimes he will hold it too long, and it's like, dude, you got to start managing your bathroom breaks.
And what does he do?
You get in the front yard and he can't hold it, and he's just like, I'm like,
the front yard, the bathroom.
I think they like it too. I mean, it's fun. I think Rocco truly enjoys the process, and so he'll do the same thing. I can't make it into their house on purpose.
Peeing outside's very freeing. It's a very freeing feeling. I used to love doing it in the backyard. But
it is.
I can't do it. I'd have to be doing it in my courtyard. That's gross.
But there's an age.
Oh,
My dog's 12.
yeah, I get it.
Aging out of it.
You better have a very large fence if you're peeing outside.
Is he about to go through puberty? Because that's the cutoff.
It's getting
You
there.
cannot be doing
Well,
that.
I think he's already probably there.
Yeah,
If you're,
he's ramping up. Yeah. That's all I'm like, come on, man.
it's a crime now.
6 years ago, yeah.
It was cute when he was
Yeah,
little.
not now. Not now, man. Come on. Somebody else said, tell the neighbors to give you the bulbs that you need, and you'll put them in.
I think that's a fair compromise.
And they
if
said,
you're going
but
to
I wouldn't
change
go out
it.
and buy anything. Yeah, because you might wind up where it's like, sorry, those bulbs don't work either. Would you change those out? And you're like, okay.
That's when we start to say, all right, you guys need to go pound some tar.
I want the least amount of them at my house as possible, though. I mean, I don't want them back on my
Right.
doorstep.
You're trying to
I'm trying to keep them
have less reasons why.
I don't know. The woman in the rain jacket with the box on her head kind of sounds like my kind of people.
Yeah. You should be their neighbor.
Is she single?
Yeah.
This weekend, there's actually a good bit of stuff going on. I see they've adapted. You know, we usually have Halloween Horror Nights and Fright Nights and all that stuff. And I think even Spookyville, they've adapted everything to drive-through stuff. There was too many to list, but there's a lot of things you can check out with the kids all throughout South Florida, Broward, Palm Beach. I think every county's got some stuff.
Oh, it's drive-through?
A lot of it is. I was looking at the list. I was going to try to, list some off. I'm like, there was just too many to name, but it seemed like every little town had some stuff that was going on. So if you keep your eyes open, you'll see it out there around you. The thing I thought was interesting is a couple of the green markets are really starting to fire up. I know West Palm's green market's going on. You got to wear a mask, and they have it kind of barricaded in now where you have to walk in through where they take your temperature and you go in, and then you can kind of peruse around the West Palm Beach waterfront. That's how they're doing it there. I saw that they're still going to do the Los Olas Art Fair this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, where
Interesting.
people will be perusing up and down the streets. Seems anything that's open air, you are getting a free pass. So if you start looking at events on the calendar, and some people might start looking ahead to, okay, well, what will that mean for concerts? Like, what will we possibly see in 2021? Would we have a Sunfest in 2021, or is that going to be canceled for the second year in a row? The Tortugas, the Ultras, all those kind of things. Where are they going to be? I don't know. That's still cramming people together. You know, you do an art fair, you reasonably can space people out. Green markets, you can space some people out a little bit.
Tortuga is not about space.
That's not
That's
spacing.
getting some drinks in your system and
Yeah.
making out with somebody.
yeah.
It's body shots off of bikini girls.
Yeah. And going on today, I would love to be there. I've got some other conflicts, but Jake Owen, he's an A-lister in country music.
Absolutely.
He really is.
He's the Vero Beach guy?
Yeah, he's a Vero Beach guy. He's back in town today. He's got his golf classic going on, and he'll bring like, Hootie and a bunch of other guys. So he'll have other, some pretty big stars out there. And he's doing his Jake Owen Golf Classic at Quail Valley Golf Club in Vero today. So
Fancy.
yeah, he's back this weekend. He'll be kicking around Vero Beach. So if you want to go try to hang out and get a little sighting with Jake Owen, he's back in town.
I wish you would have got in on that.
I tried.
Oh.
They never responded.
Oh.
I know.
You got ghosted?
I did. Yeah,
Dang.
I know.
Don't they know that you are the Kevin Ralston?
I tried telling them I'm a huge Jake Owen fan, yeah.
You're the most country thing we've got.
I
So
know.
if they won't let you in, there's no hope for any of us.
Did you let them know that you run South Florida?
Run South Florida. That's what I
Yeah,
do.
did you
huh?
lie to them?
Yeah, I run
You gotta
South
lie to get
Florida.
these
Do you want me to call and lie to them and pretend like I'm your personal assistant?
She would actually get you.
I don't know you would get through.
I think she would get you the tickets, but
Yeah.
there might be some bridges burned. But you're still gonna get the
Yeah, okay.
tickets.
You may have to serve like a cheese plate to people as they
Also,
walk
you'll
in.
get me in, but I'm a caterer.
I'll get you in.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
working the event.
You're working the event.
Yeah, okay. That
In a
sounds
little
like lot of
penguin
fun.
suit.
Okay. Just a couple things going on this weekend. We got some celebrity birthdays today, including John Mayer on the soft rock side. He's 43 today. You got Flea, bass player for the Red Hot Chili Peppers, turning 58. Tim Robbins from Shawshank Redemption turned 62. And Suzanne Summers is 74 years old today. Also got some other shout-outs here. Got a happy 14th birthday to Maya Bear from Mommy, Papa, Ricky, Yertle, Chili, and Sushi. Here's Therese and Maya Bear. They were at the KVJ 5K in 2017. And she said, this is us right after we passed Virginia pushing Jaybird in a wheelbarrow.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, cuties.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so there you go. He was like,
That was such a fun run.
Well, didn't you hurt yourself?
Yeah, I hurt
okay.
my foot.
You were injured, so you couldn't run, and I still have that wheelbarrow. I actually use it in the yard.
You did a great job pushing me, but then you gave it to other listeners, and they got me through the race.
It was tough.
It was awesome.
Mama didn't bring her muscles that night. I had to outsource.
Also, happy 12th birthday goes out to Jameson. And we love you to the moon and back from Mama, Dada, and Harrison.
I love Jameson as well.
Also, happy birthday to our cousin Hugh. Okay, I got that. I think someone's sending in a little bit of a joke here. If you just look at the name, I was like, okay.
Okay, a little one of those.
I believe so, yes.
You got almost got tricked.
See-
you can't trick Ralston.
One of those Seymour Butts kind of names,
Kind of, yes.
but dirtier.
Wish happy birthday to a man. Amanda, kiss a hug.
Yeah, Hugh is turning 10, and apparently he's a part of the Janus family.
Yeah.
Also, happy 7th birthday to Lily Ray. So proud of you, young lady, and the lady you're becoming from Mommy, Daddy Hayden and the Fur Babies. Also, happy 14th birthday to Aria from Mom, Dad, and Hans. You've also got a birthday shout out for my wonderful wife, Molly, from David in Port St. Lucie, and a sweet boy, very rambunctious too, Patrick. Happy 9th birthday from Dad, Mom, Ava, Grandma, Rosie, Oreo, and Mr. Meowgie.
Oh, Meowgie.
Meowgie.
That is good.
Great cat name, huh?
Wow, that's good.
Approve of that. Okay, very nice. All right, we got the No Name Movie Game that is going to be coming up here in just a couple of minutes. If you'd like to play along, 877-979-WRMF. Virginia is just like 2 wins away from locking it up for the entire season.
I mean, and it's Halloween time. The witch is strong.
Yeah, it is. It is running strong with her. So if you want to jump in on that, you can. Also, I'll tell you about Disney Plus. They have got new content warnings before some titles like Peter Pan and Dumbo. What exactly are they warning the audience from? I will let you know in minutes here on the KVJ Show. All right, here we go with the No Name Movie Game today. Virginia trying to wrap this whole thing up, and she could too. In just a couple of weeks, she'll win the entire 2020 season.
Yeah, but she's going to have to go through the bird and the peace train.
You are mere speed bumps. Spear bumps.
What? Kind of like the verbal one you just did?
I'm going on 5 days with no naps, so yeah, I'm definitely
Good. The witch is down. She's
I am
tired.
down. I am definitely down.
Yeah, but she taught us last week she doesn't need a lot. She got 2 and 1, so
Don't listen to her, Denny's. Don't block it all out.
pressure's not high.
Block out the media, Denny's.
When I go low, you go lower.
Yes.
That's my slogan.
Yeah.
It's my No Name Movie Game slogan.
Okay, we start off with Virginia's partner Jared here in Boca Raton. Hello, Jared.
Good morning, KVJ.
Good morning.
Jared.
All right, you ready for this, my man?
I am. Let's do this.
Okay.
Virginia gives you the clues to the movie. She cannot use any of the characters' names, any of the actors' names, or any of the words from the title of the movie.
I don't know, Denny. This guy sounds dangerous.
He sounds smart. I love a smart partner.
I know. It balances out your dumbness.
Oh, you got a lot of balls.
All right. Let's get focused.
60 seconds here on the clock. Your time begins now.
Pass. If you're by yourself at your house and you're a little kid, your family went on vacation without you.
Home Alone.
Yes.
Home Alone.
This now, it means what you want peace. Pass. Pass on that one. They're pets that you have in your house. It's raining this.
Cats and dogs.
Yes. We are gonna take over the world, and we might kill you. And there's a dance named. There's a dance named after us.
That's good.
We are. You plug us in, and we run on batteries, and we're
Robots.
gonna. Yes.
Robots.
Yes. If you have ghosts in your house, there's what there? There's.
The haunting, spirits,
Pass.
exorcism.
There's all these clowns doing all these crazy stunts from MTV. What was their movie?
Jackass.
Yes. We're in.
Oh, man. Oh, sweet Dennys.
Okay, got a 4 spot there.
Okay, we'll take it.
Yeah.
It was a strug.
Hey, 2 won it for you last week.
I mean, 5 seems like a really big mountain to climb. I'm not going to lie.
For real.
Okay, we've got Tiffany on here from Miami to partner up with Dennys. Hello, Tiffany.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
She sounds cute.
Yeah, she's smart.
Thank you. I am.
Cute or smart or both.
I like it.
It's a nice compliment
Both.
line.
I
we
mean,
have
why
going.
not?
Okay, you got to beat 4 here in the No Name Movie game. Denny's giving you the clues. He looks like he's fired up here today.
Oh, yeah, 2 cups of coffee already.
Oh, my God, look out.
Get it. Get it.
Okay, 60 seconds on the clock. Your time begins now.
This is if 2 weather systems merge together and somebody's on a fishing vessel and they collide right over them. What is that called? Pass that
I don't know. Pass.
This is he is a mouse that makes French cuisine.
Ratatouille.
Yep. This is a giant dog. He used to jump on his own owner. It was in the comic strips from the Sunday morning comics.
Marmaduke.
Yep.
Nice.
This is what happens to your hair if it gets all knotted. It was also about the woman who threw her hair to have the guy climb up and save her from the castle.
Tangled.
Yep. This is what you have on your hand if you lose your hand and you're a pirate. It's also the name for a chorus. Yep.
Got it.
This is you leave this under your pillow at night and it's replaced with money. What is that person called that visits you?
Tooth Fairy.
Yep. This is the person that fixes your car. They use a wrench.
Mechanic.
Yep. 2
Peace
cups of coffee.
Yeah, that worked,
we
baby.
got in that coffee.
That worked, Tiffany. You got a 6 spot.
She sounded smart.
6. Well, you know what? A loss for the witch is a win for the birds.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll check back in with Tiffany, see if she can hold on for this win.
I'll just give you the belt. You mind passing that to him, homeless hair?
You can attack me physically as much as you want. It doesn't do anything to me. I get it.
Congratulations on your win, Dennys.
Don't let her get in your head, man.
This whole thing?
Jaybird, say hello to your partner. This is Ed from West Palm Beach.
Ed?
Come on, Bird.
Oh, Ed. You have
where
no.
we're at.
I need it bad. I'm dedicating this one to the YouTube chat room. If I win this one, I'm jumping on you, Dennys. It's for the chat room.
Okay. All right, you got to beat 6.
Yeah, I got 8. That's all I need.
Okay. 60 seconds are on the clock here. Bird is going for the big old win in the No Name Movie game. Your time begins now.
And I'm throwing this at my home, and a lot of people are gathering and drinking. It's called what?
Party.
Party. But think of home.
Birthday party.
No, home party.
House party.
Thank you.
House party.
Okay, this is pass. Meet the blank blank. They're from ancient times.
Flintstones.
Yes. Pass, Dennys.
Flintstones.
Blank. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, blank damage. Blank damage? It's also pass.
Collateral damage.
You got it.
Collateral.
Yeah, you got it. It's a movie where the artist is dating another artist, and the one guy's got a drinking problem, and he dies at the end. Think about the
Spoiler.
Pass. A corn blank.
Starboard.
Pass.
Got it.
Pass. No, this one.
Yeah, got
You are stuck in a corn blank. You can't. Did I get that?
Corn maze.
Damn it.
Maze. Maze runner.
Give you that. It happened during the buzzer, but looks like you got a 5. That's a great score
That
for
was
you.
great.
Yeah.
Dennys, good job, mijo.
Thanks.
You did good. You
Yeah.
did good, kid.
That's a solid run there, Ed. Just a bit short, and that means that our girl Tiffany in Miami is our winner today. Yeah.
Yeah, look at that.
To my pickle squad.
What's that?
I want to dedicate the win to my pickle squad.
Oh, Pickle Squad.
That's
Okay.
a faction in the YouTube chat room.
Okay, well, very nice. Great job there, Tiffany. Enjoy your weekend, okay?
Thank you, guys. You too.
All right, big stuff.
Look at you, Denny. You going to wear that thing out this weekend?
I will. I'll wear it in.
Side note, look how great Denny's hair is. Oh my gosh, down to his shoulders.
It is impressive.
It's getting real long.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It is gorgeous.
Takes a little work these days now, though.
Yeah, I get it. But you know what? Hey, when you got something that gorgeous, you know.
Oh, yeah.
I love touching it. Look at
you
that
get out
thing.
of what you put into it. Good for you.
So nice.
You do. There's something about that hair that makes you want to pet it.
Yeah, I'd pet it all day long.
When he pets you, will you purr?
Oh, yeah.
This show just got weird.
Yeah.
Not really any movies. I think they may have something going out in theaters, but nothing's working. You know, AMC's about ready to file for bankruptcy. Regal's got, I can't remember, like they are kind of putzing out some movies.
They got to do an Avenger movie.
Yeah, I don't even remember what is out this weekend, but a lot of the stuff is about the streaming, and it's kind of interesting to see how some of the older movies are kind of going through the new filters that we've got in society, and Disney Plus is now running some new updated content warnings before certain titles like Peter Pan and Dumbo and even the Swiss Family Robinson and Aristocats. They apparently have put a content warning saying it contains racist character portrayals. You know, I know that it happened before in some Disney classics. Your old Song of the South, I don't even think they show anywhere anymore for just basically the whole thing being top to bottom racist stereotypes. And so now apparently they have got trigger warnings, I guess, in a sense, on some of these news shows that are there.
I noticed they've really gotten descriptive with the warnings on Netflix because I watch a lot of Twilight Zone and I never noticed it before. But if there's an episode where the host is smoking, it'll say warning, fear, smoking.
Really?
Yeah,
I do see smoking is now one of the things they alert you to, along with nudity and violence.
Sometimes there's other weird words too, like intimidation I've seen, but warning, there's intimidation in this movie.
Wow. It's kind of odd,
It's
how they're doing
weird.
some of these things. Yeah. And we were talking about Kvj Halloween. I bet a lot of people are going to be checking that out on Netflix this weekend. It's the Adam Sandler movie. It's not great, a few funny moments, but like I said, it entertained my 12-year-old and our whole family liked it.
That's what you want to hear. Hey, it's coming out. It's not great.
It's not great.
But it entertained my 12-year-old.
Like I said, I'm glad that we watched it. The bar is set low. It's not on what I would put in the classic cinema category.
It had potential of being excellent.
Until Rob Schneider got in it.
Yeah.
There was a lot. Adam Sandler's character was pretty rough, Virginia.
It was, yeah. There are a lot of things you could find that you're going to hate about it.
Yes.
But it was worthy of the time to watch once with the family, I thought. And one of the people who appeared in that has actually lost their gig. If you watch Kvj Halloween, they have kind of a montage of these news reporters from Boston TV stations, and they all dress like Harley Quinn for Halloween, and they're all doing the exact same costume.
That's pretty funny.
One of them was a legit Boston reporter, and she lost her gig because of it.
No.
It was a contract thing.
Yeah,
She broke some kind of contract rule.
Violated her contract, apparently. So when you see that, one of them lost their gig because of that appearance.
Do you think Sandler's going to come in there and make it right and it'll be a good story?
He should. I mean, that'd be a great PR move.
Great PR.
For him to cast her in his next movie.
Or another TV station, or even a competing TV station in Boston.
She's going to be okay.
Yeah.
I hope she is. That's way uncool.
Here she is talking about it.
Welcome back. You're watching Wake Up Boston, and it's October 31st, which is a special day across the country, but most especially in Salem, America's unofficial Halloween capital. And now, Wake Up Boston's Tracy Phillips is live with the mayor of Salem, David Benson. And Tracy, you went with Harley Quinn too?
Sure did, Aaron. Only one day a year you get to show your ex what he's missing. Hey, do you know it? Yeah.
There you go. That's a clip from Kvj Halloween. So
That's what got her fired. That's not that bad.
No, I don't think
just
it's
the appearance.
Yeah, she could have done anything and she would have got fired because it's under the contract.
That sucks.
And I thought this was an interesting movie little tidbit. There is a rumor that Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire, who've played Spider-Man previously, could be joining Tom Holland, the current Spider-Man, in Spider-Man 3. I don't know how. And they say it's not confirmed, but apparently they might have some kind of little appearances in that.
For the
That would be
fans to
cool.
kind of, oh, look, it's all the Spideys together.
It would be kind of neat. Yeah, those little like Easter eggs, they
Yes,
call them.
yeah.
Could be one of those coming up. Coming up here in just a couple of minutes, it is the Halloween time, and because there's such a limit on Halloween movies, you're watching Hubie Halloween on Netflix, but you don't have to. You can go back into the archives. Ghostbusters would be a good movie to check out, especially if you got kids that haven't seen it yet. I wonder how it would play for the next generation.
He slimed me.
Yeah.
That's one of the lines, Virginia.
Okay.
I could tell you didn't know what I was talking about.
I did not.
Even if you've got young kids, I imagine they probably know the Ghostbusters song, right?
Yes, Rocco loves the Ghostbusters
Who are you
song.
gonna call?
It's such a little kid kind of song.
But what is interesting is they found a Ghostbusters pitch that they were making to Canadian independent theaters. And the pitch was done early before the movie really came out. And they had a placeholder for the Ghostbusters theme. And if they hadn't gotten Ray Parker Jr. to do that very famous theme, this would have been it.
He wrote that pretty quick, too. They said, we need a song. And he got to work, and he kind of banged it out quick.
Because they realized the song they had was terrible. You got to hear the original Ghostbusters theme coming up next.
The KVJ Workday Grocery Giveaway is on.
Oh, yeah.
Tell us when you listen at work throughout the workday at WRMF.com. And listen for KVJ to call your name at 9 a.m., 2 p.m., and 5 p.m. Then call us back in 10 minutes and claim your $200 in free groceries. Putting food on your table, South Florida.
Thank you.
Powered by Scott Smith Injury Law. Playing the best variety from the 2000s, 10s, and today for your workday. 97.9 WRMF.
What's more famous, the song or the movie? Ghostbusters.
The movie. Well,
The song.
I'm going movie.
Yeah, I kind of wonder if you talked to people and said, what has better recall?
Ask him about the sliming and then ask him who you going to call.
Yeah.
I'm sticking with movie.
You are? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, you're doubling down on that, huh?
Tripling.
Okay. We'll ask on Twitter, see what people have to say on there. We'll get a small little sampling. Yeah, it is something you hear every single year around Halloween time, the Ghostbusters theme. Who are you going to call? Ghostbusters. I mean, they play it everywhere. They have people mashing it up with Beastie Boys songs. Okay, I see what they did there.
I like it.
Yeah, that's not bad.
I like that kind of wrapped up.
Yeah. I love the Beastie Boys. Absolutely, it works out. But imagine what Ghostbusters would have been without that Ray Parker Jr. Ghostbusters theme. They actually had a song originally, and I think they realized just how terrible it was and knew they had to do something about it.
There was a big struggle with the song. I remember watching that special, How Movies Made Us.
Yes. And they did a special on Ghostbusters, and they talked about that. And they went to Ray Parker Jr. basically with no time left on the clock and said, we need a theme and fast. And I think after hearing the original theme that they had for Ghostbusters, they realized why. This came out because there was a pitch for independent Canadian theaters to run the Ghostbusters movie that Dan Aykroyd and Bill Murray did. And in it, they played the theme, and you go, wow, is that really, that's what they were going to use for the Ghostbusters theme before at the last minute they got Ray Parker Jr. involved. What do you think of this? So that's what you would have had.
It's so 80s. I mean, it's so 80s.
It is. Had you not gotten Ray Parker Jr., that would have been the Ghostbusters theme. You feeling it?
No.
Yeah.
Not compared to what we had with Who You Gonna Call.
Yeah, and that song, it was a good movie, but I mean, the song definitely carried on. So that's what it would have been. Okay. Well, the CDC would tell you that as far as the pandemic and coronavirus goes, you are throwing a moderate risk activity.
Okay.
Moderate risk. Better than high risk. But yeah, an outdoor open air, small costume parade, or, any kind of like costume party held outdoors with masks and distancing, they put at moderate risk.
We're not going to have any new people. It's just our family.
Take it up with the CDC, Virginia. I don't care what you do.
All right. Well, I think it's low risk.
CDC disagrees with you. They do not agree. They're like, nope, Virginia, that's moderate. Sorry.
I'm not having randoms.
No, Virginia, we don't care. It's still moderate. That's a moderate risk. What they tell you to stay away from, this is the CDC speaking for Halloween. Traditional trick-or-treating. Don't do it. That's high risk, they say. They say trunk or treat events where treats are handed out from trunks of cars, high risk, don't do it. Attending crowded costume parties held indoors, high risk, don't do it. Going to an indoor haunted house where people may be crowded together and screaming, definitely don't do it, moron.
If you have to say that, though.
Well, some people are just like, I don't care. I don't care. So the stuff that they say is more moderate risk, the stuff that I already mentioned that Virginia's doing, so they would congratulate you because you're only at a moderate risk. They say that a one-way trick-or-treat where individually wrapped goodie bags are lined up for families to grab, like at the end of your driveway, is how they recommend doing trick-or-treating.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Well, congratulations. You're at moderate risk, Virginia. Not high risk.
Okay.
I know you want low risk, but they're not going to give it to you.
I want
they're
low
not going to
risk.
give it to you. The CDC doesn't believe in low risk.
I'm handing out hand sanitizer.
No.
You have to practice abstinence when it comes to Halloween.
The CDC says opening your eyes is moderate risk. So if you want to be low risk, keep your eyes closed forever.
Stay in bed. Keep your eyes closed.
Yes, that's it. Don't open your mouth. Pinch your nose. Well, then you can't breathe. They say other things that are a moderate risk. A costume mask, they say, such as for Halloween, is not a substitute for a cloth mask, so don't think that's good. They say don't wear a costume mask over a protective cloth mask because you may not be able to breathe and then you would die.
You pass out.
Yes.
And people think you're just pulling a Halloween prank, but you're really dead.
That is the worst when you really are hurt and it's Halloween, but everyone thinks, oh, it's just a trick.
Look how funny.
It's just a trick.
And they say having an outdoor Halloween movie night with local family friends with people spaced at least 6 feet apart is still moderate risk. But it's better than going to a haunted house.
Okay.
So that's how they're putting the risk levels on all your Halloween activities that you're thinking about doing.
We got to do something. These kids are going to revolt. They're going to stab me in my sleep if I don't let them have some part of Halloween. They're getting angry, Kevin.
Yeah, I hear you. I think, you know what? It's not just the kids. It's everybody. Everybody is to a point where they're like, okay, I'm kind of over all this. Like I've missed a lot. I've missed the graduations. I've missed all these events, and it's getting tougher. So you got to give them a little something. So I think you need to have some kind of Halloween fun, but there's still, the CDC is saying, a right way and a wrong way to do it. So that's just what they're encouraging you to do.
Thank you.
That's what they say. That's what they say. There's actually some people that are not looking forward to going back to normal. Which I'm like, okay, why? I mean,
that is true. There are some people that already are like agoraphobic.
Mm-hmm.
It's time to wake up, Jay Bird.
I don't know what that is. I have no idea why that's going off right now.
It's time for a snack.
I don't know what that is.
The snack timer.
There's some people that love not going to school and doing it from home, or not going to work and doing it from home because they didn't like leaving their house anyway.
For me, the greatest thing that the pandemic has given, you have a great excuse not to do things you don't want to do. Oh, we got to go do this one. I can't. Ooh, the corona.
COVID.
Masks.
It does. No.
I can't go to your baby shower.
Yeah, exactly. I can get out of things like
weddings, baby showers.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I saw yesterday that 70% of people say that if they're going to a wedding, they will not go until they know the health and safety protocol before they RSVP. And then a lot of people were just like, I don't want to go to that wedding.
No, don't go. If you didn't want to go, here's your amazing excuse.
I wonder how many weddings were going to go down during the time of, since March on.
Tons.
That did not happen. Mm-hmm. And now they both realize, it was going to be a mistake anyway. I'm glad we didn't get married. I bet that's happened too.
Tons. I had heard there was a bride that had gotten engaged right before the pandemic, and they said, well, let's just go ahead and give it enough time. And so she set the date. Her sister was going to get married during the pandemic and had to reschedule. And she's like, well, I already had to wait long enough, so I want to take your date and I want you to move yours back. And these two sisters are fighting now over the date because they want spacing.
Those sisters sound so annoying.
Oh my gosh, right?
Push both of them in the water.
Yes.
I mean, you're dealing with a wedding and then two bridezillas. So annoying.
I can't with you girls.
Terrible. Some of the other things that people are not looking forward to going back to normal, the reasons why. Some people do like the face mask just for the reason that you can hide your annoyed facial expressions that you make at people.
I always smile at people and realize, hey, dumbass, they can't see you. But hopefully they can see my crow's feet crinkle up so they know I'm smiling.
You realize how important a smile is to send some kind of feeling to somebody else. And now I just realize that I'm just doing this creepy stare at everybody when I'm actually smiling at them and they're like, weirdo.
And a lot of times people can't hear me, so they think I'm just looking at them and I'm trying to order something or, hey, how's it going? They go, you trying to say something?
Yeah.
I can't. Can you hear voices through the mask or do you struggle with that?
I struggle. Yeah.
Some people are saying shaking hands. I've never liked shaking hands, and I like the fact that I have a great excuse to not shake anybody's hand right now.
I'm a knuckle bump kind of guy.
People around me, I'm seeing them still do knuckle bumps. I'm not participating in that.
I'm seeing people hugging. There's so many people.
Some
they
are.
don't care.
Yeah, and for people who don't like the acquaintance greeting or goodbye hug, they're loving this era because you have a good excuse to not do it. Having to wear professional clothing at work is another thing that people are saying they're not looking forward to going back to with the regular normal whenever we get out of this pandemic. Somebody said paying for childcare when I stop working from home. That's some way some people are saving some money, I guess. People said when you fly, people are getting back in the middle seats of the aircraft. But I've already seen, aren't a lot of airlines already packing people in there?
Yeah. My dad's flying into town this weekend.
He is.
He is. My sister hurt herself, hurt her foot, and she can't walk around. So I've been taking care of her and her dogs. And
you want that wheelbarrow?
I don't. No, I don't. It's just, no, I don't want the wheelbarrow.
Remember you hurt your foot? I put you in a wheelbarrow for a month.
But I'm goofy, and I got paid to be goofy. My sister doesn't.
Yeah.
She's not going to let you wheelbarrow her around Publix?
No.
Another thing that people were saying is people who think it's acceptable to not cover sneezes or wash their hands. I had even heard there's still a lot of people, even with the pandemic going on, that are still not washing hands. They did one of those things where they had somebody, kind of chilling in a bathroom and watching.
I think you got to,
They said 25% of people are still not washing their hands after going to the bathroom, even with the pandemic going on.
You need to accept that at least 15% of humans are gross.
They are.
Even with the pandemic, they're never going to wash their hands, ever.
Yeah.
I blame their mama.
Yeah, that's a good place to start.
I do.
It's always mama's fault.
I blame their mama.
Never take responsibility.
If you're not doing it right, mama didn't teach you.
Okay.
Maybe
Blame it on
mama was dead.
Damn.
Oh, that's tough.
That was grim.
Yeah, it was.
Okay. Happy Friday.
Yeah.
My bad.
Let's turn it around. Let's do a little Feel Good Friday.
There we go.
Got anything positive to drop on us? What is your win for the week? You can let us know. We'll give you a shout out here on the KVJ Show, 877-979-WRMF. For our Feel Good Friday, we got somebody battling through the Rona. We got Angelica on here from Lake Worth. What's your shout out today for Feel Good Friday, Angelica?
Hello?
Hello, Angelica.
Hi. Yeah, to my husband who's battled the virus for 6 months.
Whoa.
And twice died, or 3 times. We considered him dead, but he made it. He's alive and coming home.
Wow, that is amazing. 6 months.
Damn.
He was going through it, huh?
Yes.
Wow.
Yep.
That is absolutely unbelievable. That's just crazy. Well, that is a fantastic Feel Good Friday to get him home and know that he's on the other side of it. Congratulations on that, Angelica.
Thank you.
What's his name?
Stay safe.
What's his name again?
Eddie.
I think that deserves a
Eddie.
Wow. How about that?
I'm recording this and I'll play it for him. Thank you.
Good.
Love it.
Yeah. It's odd. I was just reading today that scientists are saying that a quote-unquote long COVID, kind of like what Eddie had, could actually be split into 4 different syndromes. They say that you have fatigue, shortness of breath, muscle pain, and the heart arrhythmia months afterwards, but they're still baffled by the lasting effects on some of the symptoms. I talked about that with somebody I know that has lost their sense of smell, and we're going on like 2 or 3 months.
Wow.
And you're just like, what is going on with this thing? So it's still a mysterious little virus that is creating some very odd things in a lot of people. There is a shout out here today for kids returning to campus as we're trying to get our life back on track at Treasure Coast Classic Academy. They've had a great week back on campus. So congratulations to them for doing it right. I know it's not easy for anybody, but it's kind of cool when people can kind of get back together. Also got a nice little twist here. I was supposed to go to Italy for my 50th birthday, but because we couldn't, my boyfriend instead took me around the world at Epcot.
Aw, that's cute.
That's fun.
Yeah, it's a nice little twist. Matt from Loxahatchee said, I'm feeling good because I lost contact with all my family after my dad died. I was 10. I'm now 35. And on Monday, I got a card in the mail from a family member that I had no idea I had. But they heard that my mom had passed away 4 years ago, so I'm now reconnected.
Aww.
It's kind of nice. Somebody else said, my son Billy, who was once coached by Chicken Tender.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
He bought his first home, and I'm so proud of him.
I love Billy.
So maybe now Billy could coach you on buying a home.
Yeah.
Oh, Billy.
It kind of turned around. Old Billy.
It's a great family.
Yeah.
I've known them forever.
Very cool. Somebody said, my best friend of 30 years just had his son born yesterday on his 40th birthday. That's pretty cool. Also, we've got Caitlin Steele, her last day working as a teacher in St. Lucie County. She has made the tough decision to follow her dreams as a full-time realtor. So there you go. It's interesting as you reflect on the children's lives you've touched over the past 8 years. I know you made a difference in those little minds and hearts. So a little shout out for her, Barbara. Also, we got somebody else that is saying it's my 3-year anniversary at work, and I'm finally fully vested, so now I can quit this beat.
Go out with a blaze.
Yeah, a couple people blowing off the job, so they're very happy about it. And somebody else who's happy to have their job and said, I'd like to thank my bosses for giving us today off. It's the day after the end of tax season, and we've all worked so hard in the last few weeks. I'd imagine that she is a tax preparer.
Prepperer, yes. Good for you. Enjoyed the time off.
Absolutely. So there you go. Thank you for the Feel Good Fridays. Final round of shock, paper, scissors. Everybody on the show has done it except for Dennys. It is getting strapped with the shot collar and playing each member of the show in a round of rock, paper, scissors. Each round you lose, you get another shock. That's how we play the game. Suits went perfect last week, right? Didn't get shocked at all?
Everybody in the office is talking about it still.
That's pretty amazing.
In the office about it.
Only person that's done that. He's got the best record. I've got the worst. I lost 3 rounds, got shocked 3 times in round 1.
I got half of them.
Yeah. Okay, 2 for 4. So let's see how Denny's does here.
We shall see.
Sweet Denny's. We don't like hurting you, baby.
This is going to be tough for everybody.
Yes.
It's like hurting a kitten.
Hurts us more, hurts you.
Or a baby shrimp. It's what it feels like.
Oh, yes.
Okay, you start off with me. We'll work our way around the room here. Quick little round of rock, paper, scissors. You can watch on Kvj TV, stream it on YouTube, see it on demand as well. All right, here we go. First round.
It's doing that tingle thing.
Yeah, the tingle lets you know
Starts going.
pain's
legit.
coming.
It's ready.
Go perfect. Shock the world.
Yeah, I'm going to shock the world, not myself.
Yes, here we go. Ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. You went paper, I went scissors.
Peace train. It hurts me.
I'm having visions of last time we did this.
3, 2, 1, bring in the pain. Is it not working?
It's a little, oh, jeez.
Is it work? Hold on.
It's giving me like intermittent volts.
3, 2.
The first one went through.
Okay.
It's giving me intermittent.
The way you take a shock is so peaceful. I didn't know it worked.
It's the pain.
Thumbs over here. He's not going to stop pressing it until you fall on the floor.
I'm moving it off my bone.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, do not put it on your ankle bone.
I had it on the.
Oh.
Get it on the meat.
Yeah. Going in the bone's not fun.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Ask anybody. All right, Virginia. You're playing Denny's rock, paper, scissors.
All right. Ready? Rock, paper, scissors, throw.
I did scissors. She did rock.
Damn it.
Damn it.
I didn't want to beat you.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine.
Sorry,
Denny's
man.
already 0 for 2. She's trying to catch up with me.
Bring in the pain. 3, 2, 1.
He is the most peaceful person getting shocked, though.
He does not make any noise. Don't put it up.
It's just a subtle
ghost.
Okay, got to play your boy Bird.
All right.
All right, you're 0 for 2 right now. It's a terrible round, Dennys.
I'm going
paper.
I'm going rock. That's perfect. I'm definitely going rock.
I'm throwing paper regardless.
Okay, I'm going rock.
I'm doing the same strategy. I'm sure he's throwing something other.
He gets in your head.
1, 2, 3, shoot. I'm sorry, Denny.
I told you.
Daddy went scissors.
You went scissors. Denny's went paper. You get shocked again.
All right, let's do it.
3, 2, 1. Bring in the pain.
Oh!
All right. I can't down for 4 seconds.
You got the heaviest thumb.
I can't tell if it's working.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, it's
Okay,
working.
now you got to play suits.
Wow, you've now tied me. This would make you the worst.
This,
at rock,
I
paper,
think this
scissors if
happened
you
last
lose this.
time.
Did
I got
it?
all of them wrong.
You're just terrible at this game.
I've never been good at rock, paper, scissors.
That's so bad.
Here, I got to go the other way, Bird. Sorry.
Hate to hear that.
All right.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, throw.
Oh, you went paper. He
I
went rock.
beat him.
Okay.
Yes,
You did it.
All right.
Paper
Feels good.
covers
Very
rock.
excited for
Feels
you.
good.
Okay, good. All right, you tied me as the worst, though. You lost 3 out of 4. So did I. Okay. Good news is you're all done there, Dennys.
We're all done, right? Everybody's ready to ride the pony.
Yeah, it's all over. We can put that one to bed. No more shock, paper, scissors. So that was the final round that we're going to play there. So that is the good news. I thought this was very telling. You know, you've talked about this with baseball players, how they're notorious for picking up ladies in other cities. It's not just baseball players that do it. Probably every single sport does it. But football, it does happen. In fact, Channing Crowder, who used to play for the Miami Dolphins, he's a linebacker. He was on this podcast called I Am Athlete with a couple other former South Florida football players. You had Chad Johnson on there, Ocho Cinco, who still lives in South Florida. I think Fred Taylor does as well because his son, I believe, went to Glades Day. So I believe Fred Taylor lives around here. He used to be a running back for the Jacksonville Jaguars, Gator alum, and Brandon Marshall were all on this podcast. And it almost seems like maybe there was a code here, like you can't reveal exactly what it's like picking up chicks, or that we don't do it because you're going to get every single NFL player who's married in trouble, or his wife is going to be very suspicious whenever they have an away game. So Channing Crowder was saying that, yeah, there were women sitting outside of the hotel. All you had to do was go upstairs and come back down, and women were waiting for you. You would take your pick and then basically just take that woman back up to your room. It was that easy to get chicks on the road when you're an NFL player. Fred Taylor said, I played for the Jaguars. We were sorry. Nobody wanted us. So you could see Fred Taylor was uncomfortable, and he's immediately trying to get out of this because this podcast is going to go out, and his wife's going to be like going, oh, really? So tell me about some of the away games. And now you just go down, have your pick of a woman, and bring her up to the room.
It doesn't matter if you suck in the NFL. On any professional sport, you could be the worst team, and you're still going to get women.
So Channing Crowder's ruining it for everybody, and they're all like nervously, like Fred Taylor's like, shut up, shut up, shut up. And Channing Crowder, he went on to say, yeah, the Dolphins, yeah, we was terrible, but I could always sneak downstairs, buy that bar, and find me someone smiling.
Totally.
Yeah. And you could see all the other guys like either like, oh, I don't know anything about this, or just trying to play it off like it didn't happen. Here's a little bit of the conversation from the I Am Athlete podcast. Is Channing Crowder is talking about how easy it is, or how you would pick up chicks. And he talks about going to Buffalo, Virginia.
Oh.
A little bit harder to pick up chicks, I guess, when you're a Miami Dolphin player and you go to play the Bills.
When y'all walked in the visiting team hotel, y'all saw the fans lined up behind the little ropes, right?
Yeah.
And behind them were another row of people. Y'all ain't never looked behind that second row to them girls sitting back there with them skirts on?
I never really
that was
looked.
smiling.
Yeah, but what you gonna do? We got security guards on every floor.
Every floor. Bro, I would sprint upstairs to get my bag in the room and sprint straight downstairs. Every away game I ever played in, I would find a strip club in the area, and we go to the strip club. When we went to Buffalo, we go over to Toronto, because Buffalo got garbage strip clubs. Bro, we go to Toronto, and it's a strip club in Toronto. They got red lights around the top and got a massage parlor and a wing spot. So think about that. Strip club, massage parlor, Wingstop, all in the same little cortex. That's why we never beat Buffalo Bills, because we were partying.
Well, there you go. Want to know why the Dolphins have been struggling?
Now, that's a man who's speaking candidly, and I'm here for it.
It's great to see how uncomfortable everybody else is because they're like, no, shut up.
Shut up.
My wife's going to hear this.
Shut up. We're not all at peace with our past.
That's amazing.
A little too freeing there, Channing.
He must be single.
Yeah, or if not, he will be.
He sounds like a single dude.
He does.
Uh-huh. Yeah, well, the good news is the Dolphins are at home this weekend. So they
no
take
strip
on
/Wingstop.
No, and they take on an 0-5 Jets team. So yeah, this is maybe a good chance for them. So if they're doing a strip club, they're doing it right here in South Florida. Coming up in just a couple of minutes, time to hit up the misconnection, see what we got going on out there today. People trying to connect, find a little bit of love or something a little bit more devious.
Scandalous.
And maybe Channing Crowder is on here. Who knows? Somebody said, if you can have my vote, or you can have my vote if you let me hit it. Okay.
What?
You can have my vote if you let me hit it. Somebody is throwing that out there. Are you allowed to do this?
That sounds highly illegal, yes. In exchange for sex for a vote, yes.
Okay. What exactly is going on here? We'll find out in your misconnections coming up next. Good heavens. We got a lot of very lusty people.
Well, people been locked up. They're ready to come on out and get frisky.
Yeah, it feels like there's a little bit of a thing going on here today in the misconnections. A couple interesting posts that stood out. One is somebody who might be doing something illegal. This is a male seeking a female, and he says, "You can have my vote if you let me hit it." I don't know. I don't know if you can do that, can you?
I mean, I don't know if you can do that, but that's just pure poetry right there.
He says in his post, "You were handing out some kind of political flyers in the parking lot at the Fresh Market in Boca when you solicited my vote. But I'd like to solicit yours. You know, you can get it, baby, my vote that is, if you just let me hit it. Yeah, I was with my kids that day and I really couldn't pursue you, but I'm all yours now. You want to better our country? Send me a message. And my vote is yours." I think that's illegal. I think it's illegal.
I don't think there's anything legal in misconnections.
That just feels like it.
That's why we like it.
It just feels like you can or shouldn't do that at least. This is Lusty Coog, I believe, in the Wellington area, looking for a dude, and she says, "I'll keep this short. You were my neighbor's lawn guy, and we did it in their pool. I was shocked at just how quickly it all happened. This was in the Wellington area, and it happened almost 2 years ago. I haven't seen you since. Well, my husband now has something really wrong with him, and he's just not going to make it.
Oh, boy.
I'm lonely, and I need to be serviced. You being a lawn guy, you knew how to mow my lawn to perfection.
Wow.
It was so nice and trim. I just loved having all those rough and sweaty hands groping my body. I can still feel them on my tushy. And I can smell your manly and sweaty stink. I love doing it in my neighbor's pool. I secretly wanted to get caught. But now I'm just waiting for my awful husband to cross over.
Damn!
He's ruining all things in my life. So in the meantime, why don't you come help this grieving wife, soon-to-be widow? I still have access to my neighbor's pool, you know. What do you say? You want to take a dip and get wet again?"
Get wet again.
Wow.
Pools.
That post makes me never want to swim again.
Not in someone's pool that you don't know.
How's she getting in? Is she just walking or is she hopping a fence?
Yeah, and when you go over to your neighbors and you're doing the pool guy in the neighbor's pool, can't the neighbor look out of the back of his house and see you?
I think that's what she likes, Virginia.
Wow.
Wow is right.
Apparently, there's some lusty moments happening at McDonald's as well, according to Misconnections.
Almost as hot as the pool.
This one says, I'm a thirsty and dirty boy. At least that's what you said to me when we met at the parking lot at McDonald's. You let me sample your own Big Mac, and let me just say I was very impressed. After I let you play around with my McNuggets, which were very saucy, I began devouring your quarter pounder.
This is a commercial for McDonald's.
Yeah, it is.
I'm loving it. We both relaxed after with a huge joint. Getting high only made us get horny again. We started going at it for a round dose, and what can I say? I couldn't refuse your thick shake, and you could not refuse my apple pie. You said you were married, which only made the experience even hotter. Tell me what McDonald's parking lot this was so I know it's you, and I've got a feeling that I'm going to be in the mood for another Big Mac this weekend. Please do not neglect and ignore my McNuggets. They need your attention.
That's just somebody that works at McDonald's wanting to get some free advertising.
It worked.
It was good. That's maybe the best McDonald's ad I've ever heard.
Amen. You had everybody in here like locked in.
Ooh, we all want a Big Mac now.
Yeah. Well, crazy. That is the word there on Misconnections. And yesterday, crazy was all over the whacked out news, including this news anchor from Alaska. If you missed yesterday's whacked out news, the story is one of my favorites, I think, even for the entire year. It really is just amazing, the story going on, because the mayor of Anchorage, Alaska, resigned earlier this week after admitting to some improper communication with this local reporter in Anchorage.
Whatever. It wasn't just texting. I know he's trying to sell it like it was just him and her texting inappropriate. We see you, Mayor McAlies.
So then apparently when that relationship falls apart, she accuses him of being a pedophile, uploads a photo that may have been him naked online, and then even at her own job, she gets into a fight with her station manager that she's also banging and punches him in the face. And then for her finishing act, she leaves this message for the now former mayor of Anchorage, Alaska. This is Maria Athens.
Ethan, it's Maria Athens from Fox ABC CW Newsnet National Alaska. I just learned through my Emmy Award-winning journalism, you're also a pedophile and like little girls and children. And there's a website. I'm so fucking exposing you. I'm going to get an Emmy. So you either turn yourself in, kill yourself, or do what you need to do. I will personally kill you and Mark Kimmel, my goddamn self, you piece of living shit. You have met your match, mother. You have met your mother match. I can't believe I am such a good person and thought I loved you. I don't even hate you. I will pray for your Zionist ass, you piece of loser. And I'm putting this on the news tonight. Bye. Have a great Friday, you mother.
Did she ever put it on the news? No, because she got fired from the news.
It sounds like maybe she was trying to, and that's maybe why she got in a fight with the station manager.
Maybe he was like, you're not putting that on the news. Oh, yeah, watch me. Biff, right in the face. I'm assuming she's crazy. I'm assuming that, but I don't know. I mean, sometimes relationships do make us crazy.
I'm always suspect of the person that's got to tell you how great of a person they are. I'm a good person.
I'm a good person.
I am good to people.
And that's a great, all of that happened on a Friday.
Yeah.
That's one day of action.
Get her on a Saturday afternoon with a couple drinks. Oh my gosh.
Wow. That's pretty impressive. So I think maybe there are a lot of normal people that are out there that once upon a time were the crazy in this relationship. Maybe you got done wrong. You turned a little bit crazy. You stepped into it just a little bit. It can happen. I know Virginia's done it.
Yes.
Multiple times.
A man can make you crazy. And
her whole life. So, that does kind of happen. So do you have a story where you kind of went off like this Maria Athens, who punched her station manager in the face, and then left this incredible voicemail message for the mayor of Anchorage.
Is she looking for a job today? I'm just curious. I want to follow her.
I would not hire her.
I want to see where she goes, what she does.
It'd be very interesting, yes.
Is she going to do any follow-up interviews?
She needs to be on a reality show.
She needs to do and tell the behind the scenes of what's going on. I mean, I'm sure she lost her job at the TV station. She's no longer dating the mayor. Yeah. Let's do the tell-all.
She needs to sit down and talk with somebody.
Yeah. KVJ?
Yes. Buy her a plane ticket.
Have a great Friday, you mother.
That's right. Party on. It's the KVJ show. Talking about that TV anchor from Anchorage, Alaska, that has basically ended the mayoralship of one man, ended the face of another TV station owner. She's just on a roll.
I hope that TV station owner wasn't married, and if he was, she blew that up.
I mean, why? She's laying waste to Anchorage, Alaska, isn't she? It's like Godzilla rolling through a city.
Mad respect.
Just taking everything out.
You got to give the girl props. When she wakes up and says she's going to get it done on a Friday, she does it.
She does not mess around. Yeah. So we're asking here, when were you the crazy ex? Somebody texted in and said, is lighting all of my boyfriend's clothes on fire after finding out he's married considered crazy? I don't know.
I think that's perfectly legitimate response.
I mean, that's your boyfriend. You find out he's married.
He's lucky he wasn't wearing them.
See, people make you crazy. Roxanne is on here from Fort Pierce. What happened here? Your boyfriend cheated, Roxanne?
Yeah, I found out he was cheating. So I went back to his trailer and I destroyed everything. I cut a big hole in the mattress, poured a gallon of milk in it, every bit of food, liquid I could find, poured into the mattress, cut all his clothes, plugged every sink, bathroom, toilet, turned it on, let it overflow, broke all the light bulbs. Learned a very valuable lesson, my craziness self. Mm-hmm. Cut the microwave cord without unplugging it.
Oh.
Not electrocuted myself. That didn't stop me. I then unplugged the refrigerator, cut the cord to that, cut the cable cord, TV, remote control, destroyed everything. I went insane.
Did you guys get back together?
No. I went to jail.
Oh.
Yeah, I ended up going to jail for it, but didn't get in trouble for the destroying the trailer. When I caught him cheating, I open-handedly smacked him, and that ended me up in jail.
Interesting.
Okay, not everything else, not this.
The physical violence gotcha.
Obviously, you're my favorite caller of the year.
He was abusive, but, he had people that see me smack him, so, yeah, I never got in trouble for the trailer, though, but I had to go to anger management after I got locked up, and they were like, oh, you were really mad when you destroyed that trailer. I said, no, I was having fun. I was dancing and singing. I was having fun. I was not angry. But, yeah, I grew up, fortunately. I was 18 now.
Yeah,
Got 2 kids, and I've calmed down significantly. But I used to be crazy.
I just want to sit down with you and just have you tell me stories, because I think this is not the only one.
Yeah.
You know what, Jason? I would love to sit down and talk stories with you, because I don't know if you remember last year about this time, I'm the crazy devil tree girl. And I know all of the serial killers. I would love to sit down and talk with you.
All right.
Let's do this thing.
You guys can go wreck trailers together.
I love it.
Yeah.
Just unplug the microwave before you cut the cord.
Lessons learned.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Man, it will shock the shit out of you.
Okay. All right. Love you, Roxanne.
She's awesome. She's the best call we've had in 2020. What call's better than that this year? That's the best call.
Oh, man.
Have a great Friday, you mother.
Yeah, Roxanne.
I love it. Roxanne
gotta be
is
spicy.
amazing.
Gotta be spicy. Somebody else said in a text here, I was in a long relationship with my ex. We have a daughter together, and he was holding on to my stuff, so I had to call his dad, who's the owner of a bunch of Christian radio stations, and I threatened to expose him and his affair in order to get my stuff back. Yeah, men can make us crazy.
Dang.
Yes, and if your daddy owns a bunch of Christian radio stations, yeah, you probably got to listen into those demands.
I'm sorry, my mind is still with Roxanne.
Roxanne was definitely an all-star.
We're going to take her into the weekend.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to think about her a lot this weekend.
She's a KVJ Hall of Famer, no doubt.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news.
Yeah.
There's so many people on meth. Ow!
Just 8 minutes away from the KVJ Workday Grocery Giveaway name. You're going to hear it. Then if it's you, you've got 10 minutes to call us back to get $200 in free groceries. So don't miss out on that coming up. Finding out new things every single day about the coronavirus, what to do, what not to do. We gave you the CDC guidelines earlier on your Halloween plans, and now they're also saying that having a yodeling competition indoors in Switzerland may not be a good idea. They're now looking at a yodeling competition that went down in the country as a possible super spreader event. They say that cases in Switzerland have skyrocketed ever since the National Yodeling Championship went off.
It's tough to yodel without spittle.
Thank you.
Yeah, it is. And I don't know what's going on with Bieber's new song that we heard earlier, but I think he's trying to learn how to yodel a little bit. Sounds like maybe he might go next year. I mean, that's almost Swiss Miss level, isn't it?
That's someone took my testicles.
Oh, yeah. So maybe we can get Bieber there next year, post-pandemic. Boy, here's a problem. You know, even when you're doing it right and doing it virtual, you can wind up with some situations here. There's a paleontology conference, which sounds very exciting. It was going on. They had to move it online because of the coronavirus. And here they are, you know, paleontology. They're talking about archaeology. They're talking dinosaurs. They're talking about civilizations that they found, things in the dirt. And apparently, the chat filter ruined the entire thing because it kept dropping out the word bone as being inappropriate.
Oh, come on now.
Yes. So if you're going to have a paleontology conference, you got to set bone as an appropriate word to have in the chat room because they couldn't understand each other. Wait, what was that word? Bone. I'm trying to say bone. Why does it keep bleeping it out?
They say bone so much.
Yes. So
they're in the business of bone.
That's it. So you can see why they had a problem on their virtual conference. They say the DEA just made its largest seizure ever in California. More than 2,200 pounds of meth and almost 900 pounds of cocaine.
Wow.
Jeez. They say that's enough meth for a dose for every man, woman, and child in the U.S. and Mexico.
And Mexico.
You get some meth. You get some meth.
That's right.
For the children, too?
For the children. Kids get meth, yes.
That's generous.
Yeah, it is very nice of them. So there you go. I guess everybody gets that. They also say that a smuggler got caught at an airport in India with 2 pounds of gold. They say that he had the valuable metal jammed up in his tuchus, apparently.
Oh. He had gold in his butt? He had gold butt?
Like the golden goose.
Oh, my gosh.
Lay that out, yeah.
Hopefully it's coins and not bars.
2 pounds of gold. That feels
That's
like
a lot.
That'd be heavy.
That's a lot. Now you can see why he was walking funny. That's how they caught him. Like, that guy looks a little weird.
That's how Chester Copperpot died from the Goonies.
Is it?
Putting it up there.
No. Chester Copperpot would never.
Copper butt. There's a senator in Brazil that got caught hiding some money up his butt.
Wow.
It's a lot of butt stuff.
Yeah, they had a police raid. And you know what? Here's the problem. If you're not used to it, you walk funny. And then when they got a raid, they're like, why are you walking funny? Oh, I'm walking funny?
So if you're going to do that, you make sure you practice a few times.
I think so, yeah. You need to practice jamming things in your tuchus and walking around a little bit because they can tell.
You're right. If you're not used to that,
yeah.
you gotta be really disciplined.
Start small, though. Start with like an ink pen. Don't go right for the 2 pound gold bar.
Yeah, you're right. That's probably a good idea, Virginia.
I want you to work up to that.
Okay, we got to have goals.
Start with the
Hashtag butt goals.
Start with the pen and then end with a turkey leg.
Well, this is a very interesting story going on here. There was a pastor from North Carolina that's accused of peeing on a woman who was asleep on a Delta flight from Las Vegas to Detroit.
I mean, what the hell is going on?
Wow.
It started to get warm on this side of me. I jump up and I seen his private area out, so I screamed and that woke everybody on the plane up. By the time I actually looked at him and I see him shaking himself off, I'm like, this man just peed on me. There was like a puddle of pee in the seat. He didn't say anything the whole time he was standing there. Since then, I probably only got maybe like 4 hours of sleep.
Yeah, I think if you pee on somebody, you deserve to be throw punched. And I'm a pacifist, but you pee on me, I think you deserve to get punched.
I mean, that sounds like it was intentional. He took his dong out.
Yeah.
He's probably all hopped up on some goofballs mixed in with some alcohol.
That sounds like the weirdest way to baptize anybody ever. I don't think that's going to work.
You're going to get your ass kicked if you do that.
That is such a weird story. Is he going to be punished? What's going to happen to him?
I would imagine he's probably done with the preaching gig.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's usually not something the church would like to have.
You can't take him serious now in the pulpit. You'd be like, that's the guy who peed on lady on the plane.
Right.
You lose your privileges.
Yeah. You got to switch at least churches and maybe switch your name.
Yeah, I don't know. I think you got to take a break from some things.
A couple other people coming unglued. There's a truck driver to KFC in Memphis that demanded a refund after they got his order wrong on Saturday. And then they even offered to give him his money back, but he still did a drive-by shooting on his way out of the parking lot.
Dude.
Yeah. Crazy. And did you guys hear about the conflict that happened right across the street here from the radio station yesterday?
I saw it yesterday. As I was leaving work, there was all these SWAT. They had formed a perimeter from like 95 all the way to like the first traffic light.
They had that helicopter over the Cracker Barrel for, I swear to you, an hour and a half. I was walking Chewy after work and it was still there hovering.
Yeah, they weren't messing around. It all started with 34-year-old Barbara Antel Walker. She allegedly barricaded herself inside one of the rooms at the Red Roof Inn over there at 45th Street, just west of I-95 in West Palm.
We know it well.
She reportedly fired either 4 or 5 shots when the officers were there at the motel.
Oh, boy.
2 police officers and an employee of the Red Roof Inn were her intended victims, they say.
Oh, boy.
And then she was taken into custody after a SWAT team entered the room. The officers breached the room using the boom from an armored carrier and used tear gas to try to get her to come out. However, she still was barricading herself in the room, so they threw at least another canister in there, and she grabbed it and threw it back.
Oh, my.
Yeah, I was going to say, it seemed like it was a process, what was going on there, because they were there for a while.
Then they sent in a police robot to try to check out the room to see what was going on, and she started firing shots off at the police robot. Started about 10:30 yesterday morning, lasted for more than an hour, and she's now facing 3 counts of attempted murder.
The robot was quoted saying, "Why are you shooting at me?
I have feelings too."
Crazy. Right here in our neighborhood.
I mean, right there. We can drive it in a minute and a half.
And another story here in South Florida went national. Did you see the boat that exploded on the New River in Fort Lauderdale? 21 people aboard this 41-foot boat caught fire.
Oh, man.
And people were bailing into the water. At least 13 have burn injuries of varying degrees. They say it was kind of like a blast.
What
It
happened?
rang out. Yeah, I don't even know. Other boaters are talking about being like, I don't know, I just heard a big boof, and then the boat is engulfed in flames.
That's horrifying.
Multiple boaters are calling 911 to report the explosion. They had video of it that I saw. It was pretty unbelievable. I mean, that thing was really toasted. So there's another crazy story of just a spontaneous fire. There's a Zamboni that caught fire on an ice rink at a youth hockey practice in Rochester, New York on Wednesday. And here's what's amazing, the bravery of the Zamboni driver. He stayed on the Zamboni and drove it off the rink, and then extinguished the flames, because apparently flames and ice don't mix.
What? How is he on there? Yo! Oh my.
Obviously, people were amazed.
I mean, that's dedication to saving the ice. I mean, he knows he can just pour down water and it'll freeze again, right?
Yeah, well, you know.
Is it really worth risking life and limb to save some ice?
Yeah, a little adventure. I imagine if you're a Zamboni driver and you're going at 1 mile an hour, you know, a little fire makes it a little bit more exciting, Virginia. You don't want to end so soon. So there you go. There's today's whacked out news.
97.9 WRMF. It's the KVJ Workday Grocery Giveaway.
And right now, we are looking for Robert Aaron of Boynton Beach. All right, you've got 10 minutes. You got to call us back. 877-979-WRMF. 877-979-9763 to claim your $200 in free groceries. Again, we're looking for Robert Aaron of Boynton Beach. 10 minutes to call to win with the KVJ Workday Grocery Giveaway, sponsored by Scott Smith Injury Law.
Good luck from 97.9 WRMF. 97.9 WRMF and another KVJ Workday Grocery Giveaway winner.
I love doing this on a Friday. $200 in free groceries. Robert Aaron of Boynton Beach. He heard his name and he has called us back. What's up, Robert?
Not too much. Just living the life on a Friday. Loving it.
It's a good little way to start off, right? I mean, $200, you get to go blow at your favorite grocery store.
Woohoo!
I am so excited for that. I've been living off of Cheez-Its and Slim Jim, so I'm about to, live lavish.
Oh, my man, you can live like a king.
Fill that cart. Be generous with yourself. You deserve it.
You get double Cheez-Its this week, my man.
Yeah, you do. That's very
I get
nice.
a lifetime supply.
Yeah. Hey, there you go. All right. Well, Robert, have a great rest of your weekend, okay?
Thank you guys so much.
Easy, simple. It's just like that. You go to WRMF.com, you put your name and info in, takes you less than a minute, and then you listen up for your name. 9 a.m., 2 p.m., and 5 p.m. 2 more chances to win. Call back within 10 minutes, and you're just like Robert, a big winner.
Denny said he was real nice, that Robert guy.
Aww.
Yeah, he seems awesome.
You seem like a sweetheart.
Happy for him. Denny's going to be taking the stage here in just a second. We've had somebody that keeps texting us. They keep trying to get through for producer Denny's Knows When You're High. And they haven't been able to get through, so...
Keep trying.
Yeah, and I think they want a little bit of a heads up for some reason. They said they need to prep. I don't know why.
Guy, you got to be in the right headspace.
Yeah.
Focus.
Yeah. How we play the game, we're looking for people that are stoned right now and a few people that are not. Call us up, 877-979-WRMF, and then we put Denny's to the test to see if he can tell who is stoned and who is not. It is his own personal superpower. He's amazing at this. So we need the Wake and Bakers and even a few that are not, 877-979-WRMF to call us right now. Producer Denny's, he knows when you're high. You can't fool him. It's very rare he's ever fooled here. He's got this superpower. He knows when people are stoned. So if you think you can stump him, you just call us up, 877-979-WRMF, and we'll put him to the test. We're going to start off here with Jess in Boynton Beach. Hello, Jess.
Hey, guys. Happy Friday.
Yeah. All right. Jess, fired up here. Very excited to be on this show. More importantly, on producer Denny's Knows When You're High. So Denny's going to fire a couple questions at you. You ready, Jess?
Let's go.
Okay. All right. What you got for Jess here?
First question, Jess. Would you rather have to eat 1,000 feathers in one sitting or punch 1,000 birds?
Let's punch 1,000 birds.
That's a lot of work.
I mean,
then again, eating the feathers is too.
Yeah.
Eating the feathers, that's going to mess you up.
Yeah.
I think I agree.
Punching the birds is going to
You
mess up
feel
them
awful.
birds.
Sorry, birds.
Yeah.
They're all
Birds are
ostriches.
evil.
Okay.
Birds are evil.
They're sinister.
There's a small constituency of people that do believe birds are evil and they're out to get you.
Me being one of them.
me
Birds
too.
are evil. I'm with this guy.
I've seen him do
They are
horrific things.
All
Horrific
right.
animals.
So are we team punch a bird?
I think so. The
think we
crows
are.
on our porch have eaten so many animals.
Those crows are on crack.
we think that they are cannibal crows.
They're cracked out.
They are eating their own.
They're-
eating their own crow-
They're catching birds.
They're making crow sandwiches on our balcony.
They're greasy. They look up with you. They got one eye like sealed shut with this crust.
They always look up at you as like a gut is hanging from their beak.
Kevin, have you seen these crows?
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
They're insane.
Terrifying.
I swear they just swim in
Those
oil
are
all
coming
day.
for you 2020.
Yeah, the crows are 2020 crows.
Yeah, I punch him for no reason. Okay.
All right, Jess, second question. What do you think's the most difficult type of pastry to eat while swimming?
I'm going to have to say the ones with guava and cheese.
Guava and cheese.
They're like a puff pastry.
Good answer. Very good answer.
Those Cuban ones with guava and cheese are the best.
Yeah.
Oh,
great answer.
Solid so far. Yeah. Okay.
Final question for you, Jess. What kind of tree or plant do you consider to be the sexiest?
Oh, I mean, of course, the cannabis.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
what other pretty plant is there?
Okay. Is that an answer to throw Denny's off the scent, or is Jess talking about what she loves? Is Jess high or not, Denny's? What do you think?
This is a really tough one because they sound like a lot of fun. Too much fun. I'm getting slight vibes of high, but I might lean a little bit not high on Jess. I get very
why.
tough to finger.
I get why. You think maybe too goofy?
Possibly, but people have tricked
having
me
a
like
great
this.
time.
Having a
Great
fantastic
caller.
time.
Yeah, great
awesome.
time here. Enjoying themselves. What's your final verdict here,
I'm gonna
Denny's?
go not high.
Gonna go not high. Jess, are you high or not?
I got you, Denny's. It's just from Allentown. I'm stoned as
Oh.
hell.
Jess from Allentown.
That's awesome.
Wow.
I won.
Dang.
Proven too that our Allen number.
Gotcha.
Got me
Allentown
good.
numbers are high, baby.
Yeah, it won.
Real high.
Yeah.
There's all three of us, and we're all stoned.
Okay, well, there you go. That's what
Love
we're
it.
doing, Allentown.
High numbers.
That time of year. Great work there, Jess.
Very
okay,
good.
wow. It's rare that Denny's is stumped.
There's a Billy Joel parody in there. I know you know that. You need to write it.
Smoking down in Allentown.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
beautiful.
Yeah, only you and Denny's will be the ones that get it.
Got Mike here from Del Rey. We're going to see if producer Denny's can rebound here. Hello, Mike.
What's up?
Yeah, what's up? All right,
What's
Denny's.
happening?
Well, we're going to find out here. As Denny's got a few questions here for you. You're on the hot seat now here, Mike. He's going to grill you, try to figure out if you're high or not.
All right, Mike, first question. If someone gave you a free ostrich that you couldn't sell or ever give away, what do you do with it?
Oh, you got to eat that thing.
Oh,
You're gonna eat it?
Oh, wow. You
Your
got to eat
answer
that
was
thing.
so
This
quick.
bit has not been good for birds.
There's no doubt.
I mean, we're punching
lot of
them,
meat.
grilling
A lot
them.
of meat, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I just love how quick he answered.
There's just no doubt.
Eat them. Eat a bird like that.
Eat them.
I feel like he's done that before.
Yeah. Okay.
Second question. If Pinocchio gave you $10,000 to flip the inside of a whale that he was living in, what changes would you make to make that place homey?
I just got to keep the money and run.
You rob Pinocchio, Dad?
Oh, you're going to sell out Pinocchio
Wow.
like that?
Wow.
What if Geppetto comes for you?
How about
You
that?
just got to keep the money.
All right,
Yeah.
in your face, Pinocchio.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
And final question. If you were dating Gonzo from the Muppets and he wanted to bring some chickens in the bedroom, are you cool with that or not cool with that?
That all sounds too weird for me. I got to pass on that.
Okay. No chickens.
No chickens for
He's
Gonzo?
not into that
No
stuff.
chicken.
I feel like if you were into Gonzo, you'd be into chickens.
Yeah, I don't know. Sounds like a crime. All right, Denny's, what do you think here about Mike? Is he high or not?
I'm not really getting a high vibe from Mike. I'm getting a fun vibe from Mike.
Okay.
though.
All of them are so
Yeah,
fun.
everybody's jovial.
Saying no.
I'm just not feeling it on Mike.
Mike, are you high?
Negative.
Oh, all
right.
Too high. Get back in this. Let's see.
Very nice.
People
Fun
are
guy,
thinking
though.
you getting shocked.
Yeah.
You getting shocked in the earlier part of the show is throwing you off a bit.
It certainly
Yeah.
didn't help.
Ruined his power.
Jess took your power.
She
Yeah.
did.
All right, he's rebounded. Mike, have a great weekend, okay, bud?
Thank y'all.
Okay, going to test you one more time here with William from Port St. Lucie. Hello, William.
Good morning, guys. Happy Friday. How is everybody?
Doing pretty good.
Happy
Pretty
Friday.
good. Yep. Got somebody like to wish you well.
Have a great Friday, you mother.
Okay, there we go. All right, calm down.
I love it.
It's so good.
Calm down there, lady. All right, Denny's got a couple questions for you here. He's going to try to see if you're high or not. What you got, Denny's?
Now, if you were a pharaoh and you're buried with your possessions for the afterlife like they do, what 3 items would you have to take with you?
Wow. My bong, my lighter,
I think I know the
and my cell phone so I can get my connection.
Okay.
That's interesting. He didn't pick weed. He picked the phone for
and
the
getting
connection.
the connections.
That's actually very smart.
Which is
Really?
a trait of a person seeking weed.
Oh, it is. Interesting.
You'll run out of weed, but you'll never run out of connection.
That's right.
This guy has to. He answered that too quick.
Connection's more important. Connection's more important.
Okay.
Let's see here. If you were transformed into one of the 7 dwarves from Snow White, which one would bum you out the most?
Probably to be dopey. I don't want to be like that all the time.
Okay. Dopey.
That makes sense.
Interesting for this game.
Grumpy would be rough.
Sneezy would suck.
Sneezy, grumpy, sleepy seems awesome.
I'm already that one.
Farty.
I don't think he was a dwarf.
Oh, he wasn't? No.
Farty, poopy.
And final question for you here. If Chester Cheeto invited you to the strip club with him, do you think he'd be sleazy or he'd be cool to hang out with?
Sleazy.
Oh yeah.
You know he is. He's
Totally.
sleazy and cheesy.
He's got some stories.
The name follows it.
Denny's your final verdict here on William.
I'm getting a high vibe from William. I don't know if it's just that first question kind of like leaning me that way. I think Bert and I are in agreement on this one that he's high.
There's no way this cat's not high.
William, are you high?
It's Friday. I'm super high.
You answered that one question too smoothly.
Definitely.
Okay, very nice. Well, enjoy your weekend, William.
Thank you so much. I love you guys. You too.
All right, man.
We love you.
All right, Denny's nice. 2 out of 3, not bad.
Sweet
bad.
bunch of
It's been a while.
stoners we had this
Yeah.
week.
What a great batch of bird punching people.
Yep. Good stuff. This is a nice, heartwarming story, too. There's an 80-year-old veteran in Fort Lauderdale that was cutting his grass on Monday and fainted.
Oh, my.
Which, that's not good. I mean, you got a moving lawnmower, you're 80, you're in the heat that we've been having here in South Florida. And the rescue crews from the Fort Lauderdale Fire Department, they came out and not only saved him, but then they finished cutting his grass for him.
Aw, that's so sweet.
How cool is that, huh?
Oh,
I love those kind of stories.
it's adorable.
But, when you're a paramedic, a firefighter, you're a police officer, all those kind of things, I mean, saving a life, that's just another day on the job, right?
Yeah.
But what about anybody else? You ever saved a life, or have you ever had your life saved?
Sweet Denny saved my life. I was choking on pizza.
Yeah.
He got behind me and he got out. I was going down, and this all happened in front of another person, and this person was weirded out. It happened out of the blue. I'm like, and then Denny just went right into action.
Leapt right to action.
He did. It was his. I owe
Impressive,
my life.
huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
Dang.
Hero Denny's.
You choking on pizza, huh?
I wouldn't mind going out that way. To be quite honest with you.
It's only fitting. All right. Have you ever saved a life or had yours saved? Love to hear your story. Call or text 877-979-WRMF here at the KVJ Show.
You know how you hear people on the radio and you're like, I wonder what they look like when they're saying that. I wish I could see them. Well, you can. We're right there on youtube.com/KVJ Show.
They found out the clumsiest people seem to have a lot of the same names. You would think maybe Jaybird might be on that list.
Is it Jason?
It seems like it should be, but amazingly, somehow Jason did not come into the top 10 for men. I don't know why or how.
What are the top 10 for men?
They've got Kyle at number 1.
Really?
Blake at 2, Brian, Ryan, and then Daniel. That's the top 5 for men.
We got to put
I agree with
Gordon needs to be on there. Gordon is a very clumsy name.
It is, okay.
Yeah, Gordon, he just dropped the plate of fries again.
Oh, Gordon. For women, it was Haley, Taylor, Linda, Barbara, and Kimberly in the top 5. And they say that women are 37% more likely to suffer an injury by falling over as opposed to their male counterparts.
Gosh, I've had so many falling injuries.
Yeah, you lead the league.
Mm-hmm. You're probably close second, though, Virginia, I'd say, out of this show, though, right?
Well, only when I'm drinking.
Okay.
No, not only when you're drinking. I've seen you bust your ass before sober.
Drinking or trying to dance. Those are my two biggest offenders.
How they came up with these names, they reviewed cases that involved the claimant encountering an incident causing personal injuries like slips, trips, falls, all that stuff in the workplace or at a home or in a public setting. And they just looked at the names and looked for a correlation. And that's how they wound up getting their top 5 list for men and women. And they were able to see which names appeared most frequently in those cases and put them into this ranked list. So, yeah. I would imagine that even if Jason's aren't clumsy, our guys made up for it.
Sure.
You would think. But yeah, I was surprised not to see him in the top 10. So we'll see if Jaybird can stumble his way into a great thought. That is going to be coming up here to wrap up the Friday show. So we're going to get to that. If you need a little positivity and perspective, it's on the way.
Want to see what Virginia looks like on camera? And Kevin and Jason? YouTube.com/KVJ Show.
All right, here we go. It is Friday, and you need a little perspective. Maybe you need a little pick-me-up. Luckily, Jaybird is here. We'll wrap things up with your thought for the day.
Don't sell the sun to buy a candle.
Don't sell the sun
to buy a candle. Use your head.
Okay.
Let's not.
If you got a lot of lights, don't sell that.
Don't sell the sun. If you got the sun, sell this great thing to go buy something way less than the sun.
Yeah.
The grass isn't always greener.
Oh, is that it? Okay. You following this, Virginia?
Not a bit.
An apple a day keeps the doctor away.
Are you drunk?
No, I'm not. That's the problem.
Are you having alcohol and not sharing?
Yeah, I wish. You'd know if I had alcohol.
Okay. All right. Well, let's just leave you with this.
Have a great Friday, you mother.
Looking for some KVJ merchandise and swag? Go to kvjshow.com and click KVJ Gear.